What is going on, fellow One Waters? Samuel Wolf of Sam on the V's here, and welcome to my thoughts on the premiere episode on Big Brother 22 All Stars. But yeah, I am very excited. I've been personally excited since they announced that there was going to be an All Star season. Come on. Well, I've just been wanting an All Star season for pretty much ever. There've been a lot of rumors and stuff that they're going to have an All-Star season, this is gonna be an All-Star, this is gonna be an All-Star, till someone before the one of this was going to be an All-Star season, and now we finally got it. And considering that it's been 20 years since Big Brother originally aired, I think it actually makes sense here, despite the rough times right now. And I'm sure this part of the cast probably would have wanted, but, what can you do during all of these? I'm pretty sure they all did the pretty much best they could. Pretty much everyone did really the best with the cast they can, honestly. I don't know, we'll probably have a few other people groups might have maybe Casey and Josh, but again, they got tested positive, and a lot of people expecting people like Dan, Derek, Paul, Hayden, and Daniel Reyes, but a lot of them really said no because of other stuff. But I'm unfortunate, but again, what can you really do during these tough times? I'm still really not complaining about the cast. Now, some of these people I didn't think we were going to see play again, honestly, because they didn't want to, or you didn't production was going to want them again, but this would be just a discussion video with just the cast and what I want to expect coming into this All-Star season. But before you begin, guys, feel free to hit the like button, feel free to subscribe if you do want to see more content like this, and I'd love to know what your thoughts on the season down on this premiere episode in the comment section below. I actually will be doing episode reviews on Big Brother, and because we're not getting started this season, I figured why not do this. And I'm not going to do a little every episode, going to do weekly, or this one's going to be just premiere, and then every Friday or Saturday, it will determine my schedule. I will be doing one, I'll be doing a video where I talk about all the episodes from Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all in one video. So I hope you enjoy. So let's start with the cast. The cast. And I'm pretty much going to go in order when they moved in. And I already kind of knew the cast, because a lot of people really just we kind of being a lot by these people, and I heard this was this room casted me up on the people that will compete on the show, but there was part of me that was going to maybe a couple of surprises, but no, it's pretty much that cast. But let's just talk about the cast. First up, we have Nicole Franzel from Big Brother 16 who finished 7th, and the winner of P18. Unfortunately, only 2 winners on this cast, but I'm very excited to see Nicole back. I don't mean to clear up, but I love Nicole, and she's probably, believe it or not, she's actually was my first Big Brother celebrity crush. Yeah, she was my first BB celebrity crush. I freaking love her. I freaking adore her. She's just so adorable, lovable, goofy. Might have been best to the gameplay, but she was definitely great. And so the more I think she was deserving, honestly, against Paul, honestly, because I know for a long time I thought that Paul was deserved by how much I love Nicole. But now, I think Nicole actually is a little underrated in terms of gameplay, honestly. So I'm curious to see what she's going to do this time, honestly. Again, she kind of also has to stay where people really didn't think she deserved to win. Also, I mentioned she was also the first woman to actually be a man in the round, too. But Nicole is adorable, she's lovable, and she's great, and I'm not sure if I'm going to love her more or like her less, but only time will tell. And then we have Danielle Donato from Season 8, who finished 2nd, won the 4 runner-ups this season, and who finished 8th in Season 13. And I love Donato, honestly, especially in her first time. She was just so great at everything, and she won a lot of competitions during the season. Then she won 5 vetoes in her first time. That is honestly impressive. But so she was a very lovable player, and she ended up losing against her dad, Evil Dick. And she began 13, but Evil Dick got them again, though Evil Dick kind of wanted to win first week. And then it was actually doing great until she turned on her alliance. And then she kind of screwed herself a little bit, but I still love her. And it's never been years since the last saw her. I can find already know that she got married to Dominic, who was on the second that she played, and they didn't have a kid. So I think that feels a little more smarter and a little more determined. So maybe we should do both that, because honestly, I hope Danielle, honestly. I hope she does great this season. I hope staying with Dave Vaughn as well. I also try to to be honest, I'm not sure if he wanted Devon on time. I'm not even sure she wanted to return, honestly, but at the same time, I'm happy to see Devon. I mean, her gameplay is not really the greatest. I mean, hell, the first time she competed, she was the second one voted out. And she was the first jury member in her second time. Devon really isn't the best in terms of gameplay, if you really think about it. She really isn't the best in terms of gameplay. She really isn't, but and I do still have a lot of high hopes for Devon, and I'm hoping she at least makes the volley she did the previous few times. I hope she does play a more dominant game. That's what she does. I know I'm probably going to seem like a different side of her this season, but I just hope she actually keep mouth shut this time. And then we have Christmas from season 18, who finished third. Someone who pretty much dealt with a broken leg throughout the majority of the season, and hope she won't be able to deal with that this time. I'm not sure how far she's really going to make it, to be honest, but I actually do have hopes for her. Again, I actually wasn't the biggest fan of the first time around. I mean, I did like her first couple weeks, but I pretty much a majority of the people from that season, I ended up liking them later on. But I still have awesome Mr. Christmas. I might enjoy it this time. I do get a feeling that she probably won't get a broken leg and she's a more confident person. I feel I might enjoy it this time. So I have a lot of hopes. I have a lot of great hopes of Christmas. And then we have Tyler Crispin, the runner-up of season 20 hero. I think honestly should have won that season. Like, he honestly should have won on season. Like, he not primitive gameplay, but I think he was more than Casey, by how much I do love Casey. I still think that was one of them, and then winning. He was the favorite. I mean, he was the fan favorite of that season for a freaking goddamn reason. He was just so fun, likable, and actually was very impressive in terms of gameplay standards. And just like he's trying to go for a different approach this time around. And man, I'm such a now seeing Angela apparently they were living together now and started a jewelry company. And I find that Angela even has released a freaking cookbook, so that's interesting. I mean, a plain cookbook. But anyway, I'm definitely very excited to see what Tyler does try. I'm honestly, even when announcement all season, I knew Tyler was one of the people that was guaranteed to be on this season, and he's guaranteed it's on season now. I'm definitely not complaining. And you also have the second one on here, Ian Terry from season 14, who actually also being Dan, who actually also had being Dan in that season. Person that pretty much sweep during against Dan. I mean, you can really think that people just hate Dan, honestly, just better, but he's definitely one player that I mean, not really like him when first aired, but the more I watched him, the more I actually enjoy him. I mean, I don't think he deserves to win. I don't know, honestly. I won't say it's one of my favorites that season, but it's definitely surprising he actually did win, because even from the beginning, I thought he was probably least likely to win, and I think it was going to be hell, honestly, if it wasn't safe. So, I mean, hell, if he wasn't safe, the guy probably would have easily been the first move, for being honest. If he wasn't safe that week. I remember Willie actually was talking to Ian, but he ended up being safe in the coach competition. So, when you really think about it, so he was looking at Ian actually made it to the end, honestly, for being honest. But yeah, it's like I'm not really complaining either. But I mean, I'm happy to see Ian return, honestly, and he may do a better job this time around by winning. First time, but that's right. His winning game was like perfect, honestly. It was like the greatest, but yeah, I'm still happy to see him on class. And then we have Kevin from season 11, who finished third. Like, I'm so surprised that we actually seen Kevin. Like, honestly, it's not like I didn't want Kevin to return. Obviously, I just didn't think he was on much his radar. So when I saw you in the room, I was like, oh my god, we're seeing Kevin again? Then he was like, oh my god, Kevin's coming back! Yes! Because honestly, if that kind of just enjoying, Kevin was probably my favorite player that season. And in terms of gameplay, like, honestly, if they got me to the end, he easily would have won. He was one competition away from probably being a great and amazing winner. But he ended up screwing the last question in the end of the game vote evicted. And it's definitely been 11 years since then. Kind of was growing up a lot, so we get a lot of same, a lot different. All I know is that I'm excited to see Kevin play again. And especially seeing someone from the first season I ever watched on the show, it's also pretty interesting, so yeah, I'm definitely excited. Especially also seeing Enzo in the guys, two of you. If I would have done a top 10 most request players to return list for this season, Enzo would easily be high up on that list. Like, Enzo's someone I've been wanting to make a return for so freaking long. So the fact that I saw him on my screen, I was like, yes, thank you! So I'm really happy seeing Enzo make a return. He was the Meow Meow that started the Brigade Alliance. That is one of the most dominant alliances in the show's history. And again, another person that I think if he made it to the end, he probably would have won, honestly. And then kind of he was a lot of loyal to some people, and some people said they wouldn't vote for him if he made it to the end. But I'm happy to see I'm not sure how well he's going to do this season, but seeing him make a return is pretty exciting, and I'm just happy to see Enzo on my screen again. Thank you! Hope I didn't do stuff that though, but... And now we have Janelle, a BB legend, and that player was like, yeah, it was obvious that she's making a return, like, come on. And then we have, I don't even mention very much Janelle, and then we have Bailey from season 20, who finished 11, and now is now married to another player in season YC. And I think someone could be more fit in a second chance type season, but at the same time, I'm not really complaining either. I think has someone that always had a lot of potential, someone that had a lot of greatness, minds for the game, and just, I think relationship with Swaggy and kind of be on someone that has kind of like fancy their game a bit. But honestly, I need to be call her, she actually could be a dominant player, so I'm very excited to see what she does this season. And then we have Nicole Anthony from the previous season, season 21. Yeah, I smiled so much seeing Nicole again. I was like, yeah, Nicole Anthony's can be again, thank you! But yeah, I adore Nicole so much. I mean, she was an easy favorite for a reason. And gameplay might have been the best, but just her personality, charm, and livability, she's top tier. She's truly, she's with someone that if you don't think she hasn't played the best game, in terms of likability, she's someone that you just cannot dislike. Like, she's one of those players that you just cannot dislike. Like, she's just so adorable and lovable, and she won't make me hack for a freaking reason, and so I'm definitely not going to see her begin, honestly. I'm not sure if she would have won if she, she also finished the season. I'm not sure if she would have won if she made it to the end, but I'm so happy to see her play this time again. I'm so happy to see Nicole Anthony again on my screen. And then we have Keisha from season 10. Yeah, we have Keisha from season 10. Like, again, it's crazy that it's surprising that Keisha hasn't been on the show again, and that we haven't seen Keisha yet, but I'm definitely excited because Keisha came in season 10, she was a fan favorite that season, she was probably the most popular Movember fight in the show's history with the birthday blowout thing. If you're a bit of a fan, you know what I'm talking about. And it's been years since then, so it's going to be interesting to see what she does this time, so... Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to see Keisha again, especially from season especially with season as my favorite season of the show, Prepare 10. And for that, we have Kaser. Like, what about the Kaser? As people was like, really? Kaser? Sorry, I'm just blaming I apologize, I'm just blaming cast. I just really want to talk about these people. But we have Kaser on the cast. Like, I remember being surprised when I thought he was room. And I didn't want him, I just didn't think he, one, he was on the radar position, two, I think he would want to be on the show, honestly. So I'm not sure everyone was even thinking of him, honestly, until he was rumored. I'm pretty sure no one was even thinking of Keisha until he was rumored. I mean, Keisha has a thing for a good reason, honestly. He hadn't getting like a majority of the votes to give up back in the house. Like, of course, he was going to be on season 6, where he was in a dominant position, but kind of got screwed over, and then he also got brought back into the house, but also got voted out in week. And then he returned to All-Stars and also was in a good position, but now kind of also ended being voted out as a full jury. So he never really made it actually to the jury question. So because I do really think we want to see Keisha again, but I'm really excited to see Keisha, especially it's been like almost 14 years since he last appeared on the show. And also he's on season with Janelle, so that's also going to be interesting, and I hope he doesn't connect to that, and I was getting talked earlier because of that, but if he gets my screen, I am very happy. And then we have Cody from season 16, who is the third runner-up from this season. Along with Daniel Donato and Tyler Kripsman, and the one we'll get into a little bit. Cody Calafari, of course, was part of the Hitman Alliance with Derek from season 16. I think Cody's honestly a pretty underrated player for a think back this year. I know I'll have to credit a lot more to Derek, and I know he has that position where you think he should have thrown out Derek and all that, and he should have won, but when we got Cody was involved in a lot of major decisions, and for being honest, Cody was actually involved in a lot of decisions that were pretty much involved in Derek, honestly. I mean, they were meant for a freaking reason. I think Cody's actually a pretty good player, honestly, when you really think about it. So I'm definitely not playing seeing him play again, and I don't know if he's going to win this time, but I definitely do have some hopes for him. I do have some hopes for Cody. I get pulled off. And then we have David, who was actually the first boot in last season. Yeah, I don't think it's the first boot. He was probably one of the 4 people that was pretty much screwed up by the day one twist that people want to keep doing for some reason. Like, I don't know. For one season it was like fine, but what you're doing with 18, 19, and 21 was like, really? Why did they keep doing it? But and some of the probably would want to do a second chance season, but at the same time I'm not really complaining seeing him again. And no, maybe we should do great. And another person I really do highest for, and the last person on this cast is Memphis from Big Brother 10, who was also the 4th last runner-up this season. I wasn't thinking Memphis would come back, honestly, but I'm happy to see him on this last list. Like, I love the guy, honestly, and that person now pretty much involved in another very iconic alliance with the popular Dan, with Dan Kiesling, and overall I think it's actually a pretty good cast, honestly, and the most interesting thing about these old trees is that you don't really know what's going to happen, honestly. And they do have a lot of these people that pretty much some of them have played together, like David and Nicole here, you got Keisha and Memphis was we think Keisha got voted out for as well. Got Nicole friends on Cody, Nicole friends on Devon, Tyler and Bailey. I mentioned you got Janelle and Keisha, you got Cody and Nicole, which I did not realize they had played together honestly. But in that, I don't know what's really going to happen. Like, who's going to lie with who's going to play with who will lie with each other, who will target each other. Like, I have no idea what the hell's going to freaking happen. That's always exciting about these all returning seasons, that you don't know what's going to happen. Especially with these amazing players that have proven that they can't play the game. One of them really has any, one of them really has the first, but people have people that really can't play the game. So might see some really good gameplay here. I'm not sure what other twists are going to do. I mean, they kind of do one twists, but basically some people enter house, 4 people enter house one at a time, and the way I ordered them is that get into basically for the competition where we get to see Christmas, Kevin, Ian, Nicole Anthony, Cody, and Memphis all went some intro where they did this little star stepping challenge, and basically Memphis went first. We got 1, and Cody pretty much did in like 20 seconds, and thought, yeah, even though I knew Cody was going to jump, it would have been awesome. Stone actually would be in his timeout. Would have been awesome, but yeah, I'm happy that Cody won the first situation. The other people, 4 people that won, ended up coming have not. So except Christmas, who won $5,000. And from the next week, we're going to see them enter the have not room, which is I think in way up in terms of the uncomfortableness. Like, I'm rather at least have nots probably even more apparent than Pure State Village have been the last 5-6 seasons. They really haven't focused much on have nots lately, to be honest. So it's gonna be interesting. Especially they have to crawl under it, so interesting. And also very funny when all the crews introduced, and like Phil Ham's duo was like, house guests, all stars, nobody's listening. I don't know why, but that was just freaking hilarious. Hilarious. But I think overall, this is pretty much just what a premiere episode and a show and reality show really should do. It's by a good cast, by a lot of interesting people, and give you hints of what you really to come for this season. And I think they did a pretty great job, honestly, with it. And yeah, I don't know who's going to lie with who. I'm not sure who's going to fight against each other, who's going to turn on each other. I have no idea, and that's going to make the season pretty interesting. Again, that's what's interesting. That's what's interesting about the alternates is that you don't know who's going to lie with who. It makes it a lot more interesting of what's really going to happen. No, I don't even know who's going to go nominate, honestly. But again, because we haven't really seen it, but that's what makes it more interesting. And also, we get this twist. I think it was called the Safety Suite. The Safety Suite, apparently 2 people will be saved this week, so that's going to be interesting. And who knows what twists they'll pull on the rest of the season, and hopefully they're actually good twists. And gonna be able to again be kind of up and down with the twists, and I'm actually do a video on that at some point. So this was just made some discussion, discuss my thoughts on it, and a lot of it's pretty much discussion cast, but I'm not been enjoying the competitions and what competitions that I'm pretty much enjoyed. I think it's still gonna be some interesting interactions, and it really gets me interested in what's really going on. So I've never been this anxious for a season before, and like probably ever, for being honest. Honestly, I remember a couple times in the last few seasons, mainly in 1921, well, I kind of wanted to stop watching the show, but it's only because of some incidents that happened. But I'm happy to stick around, and I'm happy to still be a diehard fan of the show. Honestly, because Big Brother is definitely a show that I'm not huge. I live on a Survivor on the show, but Big Brother is a show that still has meant a lot to me. It still has been a point back in my life. I'm just getting into like a year after I got into Survivor. And no matter how kind of downhill I can get, it's a show I will still support. It's a show that honestly I hope is something I can, and it's a show that's something I hope I can compete on the show. I don't hope about things that actually compete on Big Brother. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed my simple discussion on the premiere episode of Big Brother All Stars. Let me know what your thoughts on this video down in the comments down below. Let me know, are you excited for the season? What hopes do you have for it? What you feel, and who are you excited to see on this cast? Who are you happy with the cast overall? I would love to know down in the comment section down below. Hope you guys are doing well doing this whole virus thing. And you guys are going to tell, if you guys that follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I accidentally cut my hand, so if I'm not showing my hand, I haven't shown my hand much, or try not to. That's probably why. So I'm still trying to do materials. I have a few coming very soon, including a collab video I'll be doing with Renee ASMR. That'll be up tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. As always, thank you so much for watching. I truly honestly appreciate it. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video, be sure to subscribe, be sure to follow all of my social media sites, all in the description down below. I am saying one world from saying all the views. I will see you guys next time. As always, stay cool, everybody. Peace.